All right. First off, if you've been watching my videos lately, and especially today, I recorded 4 of them, and there's a really good chance I'm gonna add to my Amnesia Let's Play a little later, and make a part 3, because, I mean, it's a day off, then thank you. But the primary purpose of this particular video is sort of a preface to ones to come, and that is to say that I will be beginning to actually review the games that I play. I've been for quite some time in sort of a lull and sort of a general time when I've been playing a lot of games, a lot of old ones, some new ones, here, there, and everywhere. I haven't been finishing games. I've been busy, and so I couldn't really devote enough time or energy into putting a lot of thought into a game. But when I do a review for a game, I will give it as detailed and as in-depth of a review as I can. And trust me, I will never spoil anything for you without warning you first. So first things first, never ever worry about spoilers from me unless it is stated explicitly, typically in the title, like what I did with my BioShock video. Secondly, I don't know if when this is totally future far-flung, but it put it in my mind today as I was contacted by a developer to give him feedback on his game. I will always do so with the utmost integrity. If for some reason I were to ever be popular enough on YouTube to like start receiving like kickbacks from game companies and different things and them actually asking me at a large scale, none of that would ever influence any of my criticisms or anything like that. But again, that's part wishful thinking and part completely irrelevant, because right now, let's face it, like I'm getting like 40 views a video, and I mean, who honestly cares? But so I'm going to start reviewing games. I have recently started playing Amnesia, as you know. I have recently started playing FTL, as you know, which I'm going to put in a certain number of hours into, and then I'll give a review on that one. And also on my Xbox, I've started to play State of Decay, which I am currently thoroughly enjoying. So if you haven't picked it up yet, I'm not, of course, going to tell you do it or don't, but let's put it this way. If you like The Walking Dead, it's really hard to go wrong with a game like State of Decay, which seems tailor-made for people who want like a true sort of zombie survival deal. But that being aside, again, this video is about me telling you exactly what to expect from my reviews, which is genuine, honest feedback about every aspect, and I'm going to be judging them on several criteria. The first, of course, is the gameplay itself. Is it good? Does it suck? Did it need tweaking? Does it accomplish what it's trying to in terms of how the game is meant to be played? Which lends itself to, number 2, the controls. Are they responsive? Are they intuitive? And do I ever feel like something just isn't working? Number 3 would definitely be the visuals. The graphics go a long way, and that doesn't necessarily mean that you need like Skyrim graphics. I mean, because FTL, the game is just little sprites and whatnot, but everything is clear and everything is displayed in a manner that is easily readable, and that's what I mean about the visuals. Is everything that is meant to be displayed clearly, and so forth. Fourth being, if applicable, the narrative. If there is a story, is it any good? A game without a narrative does not need to be judged on its narrative. But if a game is going to put a narrative forward, then that is a criteria that it is asking to be judged on. And so that is what I'm going to do. Now, if you ask me, is Call of Duty a fun game? Absolutely, but the story is like crap. So, like, on a scale of 10, if we were playing scale of 10, I would, knock it some because the story is bad. There's no redeeming quality for a bad element of a game, typically. Really extreme cases. Like Battlefield 3, you could argue, oh man, this is a totally multiplayer-focused game. You can't really judge it on the single player. And I say, no, I can and I will, because they put it there for me to play, and if it's not any good, that requires a reflection in the review. So just be aware. Story, gameplay, controls, visuals, sound design. There's another one. Does the game sound good? And I got my Tritons here, my 5.1 surround sound headsets. So trust me, I'll be able to hear every bullet whiz and everything like that. I always play in surround sound. Okay. Finally, of course, the various game systems themselves, game types, game modes. If there's multiplayer, how does that all play out? If there's single player, how does that play? Is there co-op? Is there couch co-op? All of these are a big deal. Of course, for Wii U titles, we will be also adding in gamepad effectiveness. Is the gamepad a great addition to the game, or is it merely a trivial accessory? Likewise for 3DS games, is the 3D a factor? Is it like really awesome with the 3D? And second screen usage, was it effective? What happens? Is it necessary? There's a lot that goes into game design, especially on different consoles and the different experiences they're trying to put for you there. And I'm sure that you all are very familiar with game websites and how they like to do things and review things, but sometimes those scores can seem really arbitrary. So I've been toying around in my head with an idea, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of both. I'm going to do a little bit of what Kotaku does and say, should you play this game? Yes, no, or maybe not yet, etc. And then the second, of course, I like to work on a 100-point scale. That is to say, from 0 to 100. It's also what IGN is now working off of on their scale of 1 to 10, with a decimal point there, which makes it a 100-point scale. Bear in mind that my scores do not work like other sites' scores. If you see a 5, the game is not bad. Okay, that's the trick. My scale goes average 5. This is something that you might be interested in, you might want to pay money for. As soon as you get below 5, you're talking about either a very niche crowd or you should not play this game for one or more reasons. If you go above a 5, we are now tacking on reasons and adding weight to how necessary is it that you play this game as part of your experience. So going forward, once I get into my reviews, I'm going to be using my 100-point scale. And if you hit that 50, go ahead. There's nothing wrong with it. If you hit a 70, hey, that's not bad. If you hit a 100, holy Moses, why are you watching my video? Get out. Likewise, if you hit a 1, you should never ever think about the game ever again in your life. It's not worth your time. So again, very soon these reviews are going to start coming in, and I wanted to preface with this video because when we start getting into my review system, it might get a little bit confusing, if I just toss you right in. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So, wow, this is like my 4th video today. I have done nothing with my life. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for reviews.